Hold bounce pass for a teammate to run towards the ball for a handoff. A great move for a safe inbound in my team's triple threat. You can change this option in controller settings to full receiver control to move your teammate wherever you want as you hold the bounce pass button. Finally, hold lob pass to have your teammate cut to the hoop. This is useful on the break to have a
Get on your feet! It's time to meet the starting lineup for your Brooklyn Nets! At power forward, standing 6'8", number 21, Wilson Chandler. At shooting guard, at 6'6", number 12, Joe Harris. In the middle, 6 feet 10 inches, number 6, DeAndre Jordan. Starting at the other guard, at 6'3", number 11, Kyrie Irving. The other forward position, standing 6'8", number 7, Kevin Durant. The head coach of your home team is Kenny Atkinson. Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. So here's Miami's starting group. The backcourt, Dragic and Butler. In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. And it's Winslow in at small forward. And looking at the Nets, Joe Harris is out there with Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And it's KD in at the 3. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question. I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Down low, here's Jordan, and it's blocked. And he recovers it. It's good. And here is Butler. Pass to Adebayo. They double him with Irving. And Adebayo throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And Irving is so fast on the drive. Even when he gets hit, he still finishes nicely around the rim.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Irving against Dragic. And the 3 off target. Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Durant. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And Durant has just such a fluid release. Very efficient shooting the ball from that mid-range.
Adebayo finds Dragic inside. Here's Winslow. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride. And last year, a bit of a pivot for Justice Winslow in terms of his game. Found one of the better ways he could contribute to the team is through his developing playmaking skills.
And for Winslow, he filled in at the point when Dragic was injured last season.
And Winslow looked really comfortable in that playmaking role. We know he struggled with his shooting, but when he can contribute with his passing, it adds another layer to his game.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, that's just the height, the length coming into play there. No one stopping Durant.
And here are the Heat. It's a 3-point game. Now Butler. The pass to Dragic. On the wing, Winslow. Guarded by KD. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
And here's Dragic following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Outside Butler, there's the triple. And it's Durant with the rebound.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Shoots over Winslow. No good from Durant. The Heat trail by 4. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did speak with head coach Eric Spoelstra. He's looking forward to this first meeting between these teams. He told his guys, this is a fantastic opportunity to show what we've got and what we're about. But we have to protect the rim at all costs, even if that allows them to get an open shot from time to time. Well, it's an interesting strategy, guys. We'll see if it works.
Thank you, David. A nice shot by Winslow.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Irving attacking. That one good for 2.
Yeah, you know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
A career best season for Kyrie Irving in 2018-19. Scoring just as great as ever, but it was the other areas, playmaking, rebounding, defense, where he made tremendous strides.
One shot.
And the Celtics expected Kyrie to become a better passer and defender in Boston.
They felt he had the capability. You could argue that those improvements have elevated him from a great scorer to a great player in our league.
Now Jordan, after the missed 3 from Goran Dragic, hands the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top 3-point shooters. You take a look at Harris. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Now here's Dragic. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Nets leading by 4. Here's Chandler. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And there's the call on Chandler. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
And the Nets making a change here. Allen's checked in. And the foul called on Jarrett Allen. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Dragic with it. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And Adebayo throws it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Butler, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he hits nearly 90% of his free throws for his career.
First one falls for him. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates. And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Butler, and Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots. Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Rockets the pass to Butler. Winslow wide open. He fires. No good from the wing.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Miami Heat, trailing here by 8.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
Well, you look at these teams, evenly matched, similar capabilities. That makes for exciting games. We'll see if that's the case tonight.
Now, here's Dragic. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Miami no good on that time either.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
A floater. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Harris from the arc. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Well, great to see KD back on the court. That heartbreaking moment where he went down in Game 5 of the 2019 Finals. Wow, so hard, Greg, to watch.
And KD clearly gave everything he had to try and win in the finals. Warriors fans appreciate his efforts. Softened the blow as he left for the Nets. The Warriors ownership already promising to retire Durant's number up in the rafters.
Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. Coming off a terrific season, 8th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Now, here's Adebayo. He's got 8, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Olynyk against Jordan. Dragic with a wide open look.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Exactly. Nothing easy. They're making them work just to get into their offense. Very disruptive so far.
Here's Butler. Miami no good on that time either.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass. Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Here's Dragic. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Adebayo throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
Oh!
Goodness. Talk about bringing the heat, the thunder, and the lightning on that pound.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Here's Irving. Banked in off the glass. Irving's got 13 points.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And Katie, here we go.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You just got to marvel at his greatness.
The Heat trail by 15. In the corner, Winslow with it, looking to end the run. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Jordan dishes to Allen. Puts it up from 15. Tries again. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Poked away. Dinwiddie with it. Now guarded by Dragic. The finish. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
And the Heat call time here. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
So for the Nets, Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Irving. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Leonard, he's checked in for Adebayo. Johnson comes in for Kelly Olynyk. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Justice Winslow. And Hero subbed in for Butler. Dinwiddie's shot is off. The Heat trail by 16. Here's Hero. Offensive rebound. Johnson can't get it to go.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
LeVert, it's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Brooklyn?
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
And the first one drops. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
Nets leading by 16. Prince misses.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Pass to Hero. A good look from Dragic. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Waiters, he's checked in for Miami. There's 1:38 left here in the opening quarter. And that's Prince, that time on the assist by Jordan. And the Nets lead by 18.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too. And, you know, the Brooklyn Nets last season more than doubling their win total from 2 years prior. Great improvement. A surprise playoff team in the East for sure.
Miami shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And he knocks down the first one. And the attendance numbers can lag behind for a breakout team, Clark. Last season, the Nets, for instance, ranked last in the NBA.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a little bit, guys, before you catch up. The winning leading to fans. After the 2019 playoff run, I think they're going to see more people in the seats for sure.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Nets leading by 16. And it's Prince penetrating. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Jones, no one around him. Miami no good on that time either. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. LeVert against Waiters. And it's LeVert missing. Here's Jordan. Connects on the foul line jumper. Jordan's got 8.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Feasting on those backboards. I love that physicality.
Ball's knocked loose. Johnson kicks to Waiters. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Leonard, just 5 on the clock. Here's Hero. From outside, off the mark. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. And they pick up 2. LeVert's got his second bucket of the night.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Well, they've got to take a stand and commit to controlling their defensive backboards. These second chance buckets are killing them.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the first. Prince draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
One shot.
Nine seconds left here in the first quarter. It's Jones on the wing. 2 on the clock. The shot, no good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
Call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it. But with that comes a lot of, some people call it pressure, but a lot of responsibility is what I call it. Every night you got to show up. You have to be productive. You have to show guys even when you're hurt, you can still play. Even when you're tired, you got to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. It's fun to me. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Heat, Johnson and Leonard together up front. Deion Waiters is out there with Hero. And it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Prince's shot is good.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Waiters gets a wide open look, and again, Miami with the triple.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Miami's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great, great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
Here's Waiters. After Taurean Prince's bucket, Johnson in the corner. A three-pointer, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Miami with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Hero. Misses the 3. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And it's Prince penetrating. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Waiters inside the three-point line. Miami no good on that time either. For Brooklyn, they've gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. And a 4-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
He's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Clark, who are a few under-the-radar guys who really get it done scoring the ball at that forward position?
Well, I tell you what, a couple of names that come to mind. Bogan Bogdanovic,
yes.
Outstanding scorer. Gallinari, then John Collins, the young fellow down in Atlanta. Those 3 guys are all a little bit undervalued as scorers.
And both free throws good for Prince. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Johnson outside. To the inside. Here's Jones. And then Jones with the jam.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Brooklyn. And that one drops. Harris has got his first basket of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Hero. Guarded by Harris. Waiters finds Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Waiters. A three-pointer off the mark.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Harris. Off the left rim and out. The Heat have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Kicks it to Waiters. Off target from outside.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers. Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Harris missing again.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
And stolen by Prince. That's good from Harris on the assist by Chandler. Harris has got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Miami shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Johnson from outside. Brooklyn with the rebound. Harris inside. Johnson's there. Good on the bucket. Harris has got 8.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Trying to get something going. That shot off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Here's Prince. It's rebounded by Leonard.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Waiters passes to Hero. To the middle. Here's Leonard. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Miami foul call.
Brooklyn making some changes. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Prince. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. A different look for Miami. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Jared Allen's checked in for Caruch. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. 5th, Jimmy Butler.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Shot from the inbound. KD with the bucket. KD's got 18 points in the game.
A dependable passer. Chandler doesn't just look to score. I mean, he's also good at finding his open teammates.
Adebayo, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
And the first one at the line is good. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
Irving's shot is good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen by Durant.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball.
You know, Harris has a really good all-around game, and I've been most impressed by his passing.
Harris against Dragic. Back to Winslow. Passes it to Dragic. 5 to shoot. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Yeah, listen, if you're 7 foot and can shoot threes, there's a place for you in today's NBA. Olynyk has that rare combination.
Heat shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Chandler with the steal. Harris with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Harris misses. Heat shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Here's Dragic from outside. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists in the game. Here's KD. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And even 3-on-3 break. And the dunk by Winslow.
Boy, Butler doing a nice job taking advantage of the open man. Good quick pass there.
On its way from Irving for 2. Here's Allen. A beautiful reverse layup.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
To the paint, Chandler with the steal. Harris with it. Now guarded by Dragic. And the basket by Harris.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Pass to Adebayo. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Dragic dishes to Butler. Now the pass to Adebayo. And it's sent back by Allen.
Boy, that expansive reach of Allen. I mean, so good at positioning himself and using his length and timing to stifle shooters.
And the Nets making a change here. LeVert's checked in. Here's Adebayo. Butler. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And despite the assets that Philadelphia gave up last season to acquire him, Jimmy Butler opted to move on in free agency.
Well, you know, that was the risk the Sixers were willing to take. A lot of teams had cap space, so you knew a player of his caliber would have plenty of options.
That free throw good from Butler. Maybe not the biggest name in free agency, but Jimmy Butler definitely a star player on the market.
A handful of teams were very interested in him, expressed interest in playing for Miami, and got his wish via sign and trade. We'll see if he can make them a contender in the East.
Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. And so he makes both from the line.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
A nice shot by Irving.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Here's Dragic from outside. Gets it to fall, but still just 2 for 10 from the floor this game.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
They get it back. Another shot, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
One shot.
Free throw good, Jordan. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Now here's Dragic. 6 points for him. Here's the lob to the hoop. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Durant. Three-pointer, LeVert. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now here's Dragic. The kick outside to Butler. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Here's Irving. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And the Heat, another 3.
And, you know, the timing Butler shows. Effective at going right up with his shot after the catch.
And he gets it to go. And that's 21 points for Kyrie Irving.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Now here's Winslow. 11 points in the game. No good from Dragic. The 11-footer. Offensive rebound, Irving. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Dragic. Olynyk trying to break loose. No good from Dragic. Irving attacking over Dragic. Second chance shot. It's deflected. Here's Butler. He's got 8.
Oh, I like how Butler uses his body in the paint. Excellent at forcing the issue and getting the call close to the rack.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. The first free throw is good.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And, you know, you can see and even feel the drive and passion Butler plays with. He's an effective two-way player who just loves to compete. Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Gets it off. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and I'm just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 23 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Wilson Chandler out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Durant in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
And that one, good. Adebayo's got 6 in the quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Irving. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
To the inside. Here's Olynyk, and Jordan sends it back. Jacks up a 3. Olynyk can't hit.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Hey, you know, Kevin, there's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 6, and the dunk by Olynyk.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now, and the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Inside, here's Butler.
You know, dependable at defending multiple positions, Chandler has great value because of that defensive versatility.
Another one falls for Brooklyn. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
And the slam dunk by Irving.
You cannot afford to be careless around Harris. He's very capable of swiping the ball away if you are.
Miami has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lets it go with a 3. Winslow's shot is off. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Nets. And the shot is good. 31 points for Kyrie Irving.
And once he started feeling it, Irving just decided to make it his night. And he's done that in a big way.
And stolen by Harris. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots. The Heat have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Outside Dragic, pass to Olynyk to stop the run. The Heat with a fresh 14. Brooklyn's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Durant in the corner, shoots over Olynyk and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And that's now 24 points for KD. Heat shooting 45% from the field since coming out of the locker room at halftime. To the middle. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. On the wing, Harris. Defended by Butler. Here's Irving. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
It's stolen by Dragic. Pass to Winslow. Butler against Durant. Back to Winslow. Releases. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. KD's got 6 rebounds in the game. Irving, good.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
For Miami, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Now here's Dragic. He has 6. Pass to Olynyk. The tray. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's stolen by Winslow. Down low, and Dragic with a clear path to the hoop.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Irving, good. And it's the Heat with the ball. Dragic looking for an opening. Basket counts. Dragic has got 10.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
Timeout called the Nets.
And we see the league-wide move discouraging mid-range shots. The Nets definitely among that group.
Yeah, and it's borne out here in that last season they took the third fewest mid-range shots and allowed the second most. So the analytics message taking real strong hold in Brooklyn.
Big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Taurean Prince comes in for Wilson Chandler. Rodions Kurucs, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Joe Harris. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Miami's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Hero, no good.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
There's the pass to Waiters. Got it. Good job in the low post. Waiters got 8 points.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Here's Prince. Misses off the left iron.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Here's Hero. Waiters for 3. But they recover it. It's blocked. Feeds it to Prince. Here's Dinwiddie. Again, the Nets for 2. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
Allen, buried from 15 feet out. Allen's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, the big fella is so skilled. I mean, Jared Allen's jump shot is excellent for a center. Solid mechanics, and it really spaces the floor for him and his teammates.
Now here's Waiters. That one off the back iron and out. On the wing, Irving. He has 35. And Miami shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. He has 5.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Dinwiddie, another one falls for Brooklyn.
Dinwiddie is not an easy cover. I mean, he's an efficient player who's able to use his height to his advantage.
Here's Hero. He has 5. And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Jones, looking for Waiters and gets it there, and it's blocked. Here's Kurucs. Offensive rebound. Here's Prince, knocked away and taken away by Johnson. And now here comes Jones, leading the break. Shot's good by Hero. Hero's got 7.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Allen's shot is off. And for the Heat, they're shooting the ball at 46% success rate since the beginning of the third quarter. He gets that one. Hero's got 6 in the quarter.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Irving drives in. The shot off that time. Now the Heat take it the other way. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so.
Yeah, and especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Now here's Jones. Jared Allen unable to get his last shot to go.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Now here's Prince. 22 points for him.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
And Waiters kicks to Johnson. Off target from three-point range.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Boy, he makes it look so easy. Dinwiddie gliding around the court and spraying those jumpers.
Kurucs was the 40th pick and wasn't expected to contribute, Greg, in year one, but his strong play as a rookie has helped rescue a Nets team that was teetering on the brink with the loss of Karis LeVert.
You know, they had guys who could shoot and they had guys who could defend, but no one who could do both. Kurucs can hit open threes, and with that 7'2" wingspan, a factor defensively.
Hero, no good. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for Brooklyn. Looking for Allen and gets it there. Shoots over Leonard. That's good from Allen on the assist by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got assist number 5 here tonight. And Miami shooting around 41% on the night. Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Here's Waiters, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
Prince misses. The Heat shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Took him no time at all on that one. Heroes got 13 points here in the second half alone. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Irving misses. And here's Miami. Waiters surveying the D. They get a hand on it. Irving with the steal. Here's Prince. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And now 24 points for Prince. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Brooklyn's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. Robinson is out there with Haslam. Then there's Myers-Leonard. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Okpala in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Waiters. Jared Allen unable to get his last shot to go. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
LeVert against Waiters to the paint. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Oh, that's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Remains Brooklyn ball.
It's the Nets now. Allen inside the three-point line.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Leonard. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Shot from the wing, and that's good for 2. Waba's got his first bucket in this one. Heat shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Waiters on the wing. Again, the Heat, good for 2. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Temple. Miami grabs the miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Okpala, and there's the call on Garrett Temple. That's his first foul. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Musa's checked in. Temple can't get it to go.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Here's what Miami has lined up on their schedule. They'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. Now here's Waiters. A 3-ball. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. And that's now 17 points for Dion Waiters. Here's Temple. Lays it up off the glass. And here's Winslow. Kicks it to Robinson. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Waiters. Let's go. He squares up and sinks it. Waiters got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
That one goes in. Here's Waiters. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on a championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
The Heat have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Okpala's shot will go.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Clark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
The first one falls. Clark, last season we saw more of the global games series from the NBA. A couple games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines, and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organizations. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt, about a week to 10 days where you're in another country, but it's great for the game and it's great for the fans in those countries.
Now here's Winslow. Passes it to Okpala. Now here's Waiters. Shot clock at 6. And too long on the shot. The Nets have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Here's Jordan. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Winslow with it. Raiders on the wing. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Brooklyn's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. The 10-footer. Temple gets the bucket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
That one falls. Temple's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions, and the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
And he gets the bucket. Miami's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Now here's Winslow. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dance team.
The Nets have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. A nice shot by LeVert.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
But they get it back. Aslam, the pass to Waiters. offensive rebound Heat. Pass to Winslow. They need this. Jordan with the rebound.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
To the inside, the 10-footer. Kept alive. That miss makes him 7 for 12 from the field this game. Okpala's shot will go.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Over Haslam. Jordan with another miss. For Miami, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Brooklyn's gone 4 of 6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's Mwaba, and he banks in the layup.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost.
Now here's Winslow. Clark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
Here's Okpala following the bucket by the Nets. The pass to Waiters. Haslam with it. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Musa. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
What a move. He saw a window on the other side of the rim and whipped it around for the immaculate reverse.
Winslow, the pass to Haslam. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple. And here are the Nets. They're on a 14-6 run. Yep, that one goes in there. Musa's got 4 this quarter.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Winslow, the pass to Okpala. Here's the 3. No good. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's LeVert, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Man, what an athlete. Once he gets ahead of steam, Karis LeVert is impossible to stop. Good luck trying.
Here's Winslow. Ball stolen. In transition, here come the Nets. LeVert with it. Now guarded by Winslow. Here's Mwaba. Rebound by the Heat. Here's Okpala. Waiters outside. Robinson for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Waiters for 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
And it's in there. And Miami shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Robinson, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Robinson's got his first bucket of the night.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
And Miami shooting 43% from the floor. And here's Winslow. The dish to Waiters. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And the Heat with some changes. Leonard comes in for Waiters. And Hero subbed in for Justice Winslow. And it's the Heat with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Over to the wing. Here's Haslam. Leonard trying to break free. And a miss there on the triple. Brooklyn's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Haslam. There's 1:47 left in the fourth. Here's Hero. The rebound by the Nets. Here's Nwaba. Unloads. Again, the Nets for two. 1:30 left to play in the final quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kyrie Irving.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Timeout called the Nets. They're leading by 47. 35 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. .35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Goes up the baseline. Musa can't hit.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Here's Hero. Nwaba with the rebound. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
That one goes. Count it.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're up by 49. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they needed this timeout, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break?
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And he makes the first. He makes one of two that time. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete and get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.